days on end, like out in the heat. Some of these people like aren't showering in the heat, not showering, drugs, people all close to each other. Like, I couldn't do it, but that's some people's cup of tea. Now apparently, you know, the drug scene out there is it's prevalent because you're trying to party for 4 days straight or 3 days straight or whatever. So these substances enter to try to keep the party going. And by the looks of it, she partied hard, really hard. On uppers. So she gets, the party's over, the festival's over, it's time to go back home. And she's supposed to be getting on to Jay-Z's private jet. I don't know if Jay-Z was there or if it was just he sent the jet for like his celebrity friends or what. But the plane sat there for 45 minutes. After she boarded, the plane sat there for 45 minutes. And eventually they made her get off. Her dog and her assistant. And even the assistant's hat said hungover on it, so I'm guessing the assistant was partying too. I mean, yeah, it's just a hat, but I don't know. So, it showed like the paparazzi caught her stumbling around the plane, like she wasn't barefoot, she was in socks, which is even worse than being barefoot, dirty socks. Her dog like unleashed, just running around, kind of like frantically, like, I mean, my little dog is never on a leash because he's always at my feet, so like I get it, but at an airport, like you're not in your backyard, you're not in your front yard, you're not at your friend's house, you're at like an airport where your dog could take off and get, I don't know. So she looks really dirty, and it shows her like dropping her phone and just like just gonna have to see, you know. But that might be a good thing, you know. Sometimes when people see how they acted, it keeps them. They don't want to try to party just a little because they're scared of looking like that again. So hopefully she gets the help she needs. On Sloan, he said that her sister, she has a sister named Poppy, it's so cute. Poppy is in town and they're pretty close, so she's like trying to help her. I know Margot Robbie, her friend, came over to her house, and then the paparazzi caught her leaving the house crying. So I mean, I think they're really concerned, and maybe she's not really ready to go to get help yet. So it's always scary because you don't know like when it's gonna get even worse than it already has. So, and she's an adult, you can't really make somebody go. I think there is some kind of way to do it. There's like a way that two people or a group of people can go get a court order. I don't know how that works, and I don't know how effective it would be, because I really feel like you have to make that decision on your own. Although sometimes when you dry out, you don't have the substances, so like you detox, maybe then you're finally in a place where you can make that decision on your own. Because nobody really makes that decision while they're high. You know, they usually make it when they're coming down, or when they're so, like, they finally get clean and they're like, okay, this feels a lot better. And so many models in the industry, child stars, models, just regular celebrities, like rock stars, so many of them have been through this, and I know they can afford like the most luxurious retreats, spas, rehabs, and all that, but that's not what keeps you sober. You really have to have like an internal change, or they call it like a whole person change, because if you think about it, like people can get locked up and they can be clean for like 2 years. Okay, big deal. Did you change your whole person? So like when you get out, you're a different person. You're not just like sober, but you have different patterns and goals and all that. Like, are you helping other people? Blah blah blah. So you can spend all the money you want, but all like that good stuff that is really gonna change you, that stuff's pretty much free because it's coming from within. I know I'm getting a little woo-woo here, but that's why I think that like pivotal moment of deciding you're done, it has to be like personal, and it can't be like your sister telling you you're done. I come from a long line of addicts and alcoholics. I mean, I have it on both sides of my family, and there's not very many of us that have got sober and changed. There's just not. I mean, it's sad. I have family that is in their 60s that still, or what I would consider, I'm not allowed to make that decision for has a shorter spiral than other stuff, yes, but you can get that way with any substance. You can be living on the streets just from alcohol, which is legal. I mean, that can put you on the streets. That can get you in trouble with the law. It can get you, people wake up from a blackout and end up in jail, and they don't remember what they did, and they have to serve a long sentence. So it's scary. You throw in hard drugs, and it's harder on your body, and it makes you even more irrational, especially, a lot of times you're mixing substances and then you're just making these cocktails of like, oh, I feel this way, I need to add this. Oh, I feel this way, I need to add this. And it's just wreaking havoc on your health, your mental health. And a lot of times people are self-medicating. That's what I was doing, self-medicating. So like being neurodivergent and having like all these sensory issues, and then I would, take a substance to like soften the blow, but it really didn't. It did for a little bit, but it would just like actually pour gasoline on it, because then the next day everything was 1,000 times worse. So it's just altogether sad. So that's my little thoughts on the Cara situation, and let's just hope that she gives it a shot, that she sees herself and says, I need to at least try out and see where my head's at, and then find help as far as mental health help and addictions help, because I think they just go hand in hand.